Good morning. Allan Aguirre with your Incorruptible 2-minute warning. Yesterday I mentioned that I was fly fish guiding. Oh, I should probably put my mic over here next to my face. Good morning, Allan Aguirre with your Incorruptible 2-minute warning. Yesterday I mentioned that I had been guiding, making tents like Paul would say. But here's the reason why I brought that up. I brought that up because I was going to say, and I forgot to say, I was going to say that the type of business that I'm in when it comes to doing that, well, the type of business I've been in my whole entire life has been the people business. We offer an experience for people, whether it's fishing, whether it's rock and roll, that type of thing. This live streaming, I'm in the people business, and that's why I brought it up, not to say, look at me, I'm a fly fishing guide. Who's got time for that? No, but to say that I'm in the people business. And God's in the people business. And as believers, we need to be about our Father's business. See, that's pretty important. And I forgot all that. So, part of being in the business of the Father. Remember yesterday we talked about Jesus was about his Father's business when he was 12 years old in the temple. Well, part of that business, being about the Father's business, was correcting Lucifer in the desert on what the scriptures actually said versus what Lucifer was saying or suggesting the scriptures actually say. In Luke 4, check this out. Here's some characteristics of being about the Father's business. Luke 4, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me because he has anointed me to proclaim good news to the poor. That's part of the Father's business. To proclaim liberty to the captives. Recovering of sight to the blind. That's part of being about the Father's business, is making the blind see. To set at liberty those who are oppressed. Physically, emotionally, psychologically, physically, spiritually. Yeah. To proclaim the year of the Lord's favor. Jubilee. Not sure when the Jubilee year is. Now, Jesus is reading out of the Torah scroll of Isaiah 61 in the synagogue in Nazareth when he said those things. Here's what Isaiah says. To bind up the brokenhearted, opening of the prison to those who are bound, to proclaim the day of vengeance of our God, to comfort all who mourn, to grant to those who mourn in Zion a beautiful headdress instead of ashes, along with the oil of gladness instead of mourning, the garment of praise instead of a faint spirit, the planting of the Lord, that he may be glorified. I like that one. Matthew 11. This is what he tells John the Baptist when John the Baptist asked him if he was Messiah. He said, the blind receive their sight, the lame walk, lepers are cleansed, the deaf hear, the dead are raised up.
The views and opinions expressed during our broadcasts are solely those of the broadcast producers, hosts, and/or guests, etc., and are not necessarily the views or opinions of the Travelog Network, its sponsors, or affiliates.